Hey there everybody, it's Atherbeeristan here, back on the Mindternity server, talking about some forestry. I believe this is episode 13, and we're making progress. Let's have a little catch up, a little look-see. Our steam turbine, this we installed on the main series. This is all feeding power back to the base, so none of this has anything to do with what we're doing here. It's just running off charcoal from the tree farm. It's way more efficient than those super high temp furnace thingies, whatever they were called. I think I've got them in those guys, high temp furnace generators. Yeah, these things are way better. And so here we are. Okay, so we're clogged, we're stuffed, got plenty of saplings. We're running 12 engines currently, and I mean we've got so much of this stuff we don't know what to do with it. So we're gonna start finding alternative uses. There's a what's it called? A biogener? No. Dang, what's it called? Forestry. This guy. Biogenerator. Oh yeah, okay. That was close. I think that's what I was calling it. I just didn't put the space in there. It generates a pretty considerable, I think it's 160 RF a tick, or 16 EU a tick, and that lasts for quite a while, 8 minutes I think. So that would be something we could potentially use this fuel for, although that doesn't seem like a very efficient use. There's also a combustion engine from Buildcraft that runs off of the distilled version. Actually, let's see if we go over to the main base. I'm going to use the same power setup over here. This is the challenge right here. This is the 7x7 tree farm, and everything's pretty much just getting voided at the minute. It's just, there it goes. Boop, boop, boop. If you can see, the forestry tree farm is way faster at cutting down trees. Look at how long this thing takes. It's like forever and ever. Look at that. And you could seriously like take a nap while this tree gets cut down, right? When we go back to the forestry base, we'll compare that. So here's the same setup, more or less. Squeezers, fermenters, no mulch, because for some reason over here we're not getting apples. Well, those trees, they're not growing fast enough. That's actually the problem. But here's what we get is this ethanol. The biomass goes in and the ethanol comes out. And you can burn that in combustion engines from Buildcraft, or you can burn that in there's another version of the steam boiler, which is what we're going to use over there. We're going to get more of those steam boilers that run off of the ethanol instead of coal. Well, we'll probably do both. We'll do a charcoal stream, and anyway, that's beside the point. The farm is finally automated and fully functional. It works. Everything is magical. The only thing we're a little bit short on right now is, I took it out because we actually need it to craft our alvearies, which is the way we get more. We're short on the wax, which is a byproduct from spinning the honeycombs in the centrifuge. Bee species got some good things going on. We've got these supernatural, so over here that finishes out the two so it's esoteric, mysterious, supernatural. Yeah, or maybe it's the supernatural. Let's go here. I forget, arcane maybe. I've got them around here somewheres. I finished it all out. And then I'm working on cuprum, which is elusive. Well, anyway, I can't put it back now. I'm stuck with it. And we've got stannum, which gets us tin, and ferrous, which gets us iron. As you can see, I have not got a little bit of tin building up. Just put the iron in there. Finally got that stabilized. Today, though, I want to, it's like, look at how much, okay. Before we talk about this, before we talk about that, here's the master stroke. This chest is probably overflowing, no? Okay, this is the Breedatron 6000. So in here, you've got your steadfast, oh, and here's our valiant princess just popped in. So this is an attempt to get heroic. And the way that this works is it's all set up, it's automated now. So when they're done breeding, they come out, and any purebred bees, because that would be a mutation. Anytime you have a purebred that comes out of a mixing like that, it's always going to be a mutation. It's never going to be like a one or the other. You're always going to get otherwise it'll be a hybrid. So, and then anything else will continue on down the path. So then, here we go, green, any princesses will go into that apiary to get run through with the Valiant drone. So it'll sit in here, it'll get cloned back to Valiant, and then when it's done being a hybrid, when it's back to a purebred Valiant, it'll go back into this hive like it just did, like we clicked in here exactly at the right time. It just came from this other hive. And then this will eventually be a trash can. But anything, any junk drones or mixed whatever is going to here from either hive. So then you can just throw in a stack of your steadfast and a stack of your valiant and any princess, and it'll sit there and look, lo and behold, there's one heroic drone, and that's a purebred heroic drone. We know that because the apiary pipe knows that. So we just sit, and it's pretty time consuming because it breeds it once, and then it kicks it back over here for 3 or 4 generations, and then it breeds it once, and then it kicks it back over here, you know. So it's long, but it's completely automated, and you never have to touch it. And that's pretty tedious, even for not having to touch it, just for having to wait that long, which is the point of the next thing we want to start talking about. Which is, I need that, because we've got some trees to examine here momentarily. In fact, let's do that real quick. Let's get sidetracked again. Where are my spectacles? This is what I was actually in the middle of, and then all of a sudden the stars aligned, and I discovered that, oh, my control key gets sticky sometimes. Threw them on the floor. Stars aligned, and oh, it's doing it again. I don't know what it is about that. I don't know why it do that. I cannot click on it. That's buggy. My control key. Oh man, are you kidding me? And then if I put this in my hand, oh no. Shift, yeah, right? Can I equip it? Yeah, workaround. That doesn't really help. Yeah, we got some, so what this is the orchard apple. And it gives you apples just like our tree does, just like the average oak tree does. But they mature like the nut, like these, like the nut leaves, like the nut, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? The chestnuts leaves do. So we want that later. There's an orchard feature on the manual version of this farm that we're going to set up over here. That's going to give us our nuts, and we can also use it to harvest things like these, which is pretty cool because it doesn't have to plant the trees. You can, anytime you want to stop harvesting apples, you just come and chop your apple trees down and throw up lemon trees and start harvesting lemons. If you need more nuts, you plant more nut trees. We're going to make it, I think we're going to make that one bigger. We're going to make that like the biggest size it can be, maybe, well, maybe not quite that big, but we'll make it bigger so we can just plant like a great big orchard that kind of goes all over. It'll be fun. Big project. That'll be an off camera, or maybe I might even like try to do a live stream or something at some point, maybe. Oh, I don't have enough loyal viewers at this point to really worry about it, but we'll get there. So let's inventory. Maybe we can, no, we can just throw stuff on the ground. It's lovely. I don't know why. That's really annoying. I guess it's going to make it hard to play. Control. Is it my Alt key, maybe? Yes, okay. Okay, it's Alt. That was the problem. Sweet. Okay, problem solved. Very good. Very good, very good. Throw these in here and get to work. So what I'm trying to do here is get that tree with one of two things. This tree has the higher yield characteristic, which is more fruit, and it also has, like I said, the orchard apple type apples. So I'd like to get one or both, preferably in two separate trees. Look at all these. These are these. Yeah, those are not what we need. Really not likely anyway. I guess we'll see. What is that? Apple oak? Must have some recess. Apple oak? Really? It's kind of funky. Inventory. Plenty of inventory. We really need these chestnut saplings, and we're not getting any of them. No, not a one. Well, maybe we'll have to get there another way. Let's grab a treealizer. See if we got anything interesting. This is advanced genetics. Faster, small. See, now this is nothing that we really want. None of that is good. That's the right apples. Forestry apples. But I bet none of these are going to have anything. That's the higher yield. Average, large. That's... This tree actually has potential. Average, faster, large. Still no yield. I think we're fishing in the dark here. We're not getting our 2x2. We're not getting... There's our average, faster, large 2x2. The right apples. All we need to get into that is the 2x2 girth. I mean, oh wait, what was missing from that? Oh, the yield, the higher yield. That's a pretty good tree, actually, as a potential breeding stock. I think that's what we're going to do with that, is then cross that back with the original tree. Higher. We don't have this higher active trait. Alright. I don't think any of that nets us anything good. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Now, where can I put this where I won't forget how important it is? That is a really good tree. Okay, we want to talk about, well, first of all, we want to make an analyzer. forestry analyzer. And for the sake of expedience, I'm just going to use my treealyzer for this recipe, because I don't use it all that often, and I can make that later. So it's a sturdy casing. We should probably take our honey drops out before we craft it. 4 bronze. And what this does is it bealizes or trealizes or flutterlizes anything that you put. It's like an automated one. So you still have to put it back into your manual bealizer to see the stats on it. Like, you can't just look at the bee and, you know, in your inventory and see it, but it doesn't cost you honey when you do it. So it's like it turns your bealizer into a spot checker instead of a manual labor device. So we want one of those, and then we want to talk about the genetics mod, because as cool as the Breedatron 6000 is, that's a pain in the butt. And I'm gonna go with genetics, because this is the mechanic that was, I'm pretty sure this was originally in forestry, if I remember rightly. Oh dear, that's the wee one waking up. Let me go get her situated and awoked, and I'll be back. She's pretty mellow. Alright, business handled. So as I was saying, I want to go with genetics as opposed to gendistry, because genetics, I think it either came out like with forestry or it used to be part of forestry. I seem to remember these machines being in forestry, but I could be wrong about that. That was when I was first getting into modded Minecraft, and I didn't even know like what mod was what at all, like at all. It was total confusion. So I haven't used this. I've used gendistry extensively in my Agrarian Skies playthrough. So I want to go back and see what's changed and what's new. Oh, look at that. So the gene pool, we need a couple of these enhanced circuit boards, which is going to be bronze, redstone, 1 bucket of water, and a carpenter. Got a carpenter, and I actually have a bucket of water on me, but we're going to need more than that. I really need like an open blocks tank or something. That would be convenient. Then I just leave that. Yeah, that'll get us the 2 that we need. So I mentioned this on the main series, but if you're not watching that one, for the people who are just in it for the forestry, people just sleep too much on the server. I kept having to add water and add water and add water and add water storage, and I finally added these big tanks from Agricraft. I think they're from, maybe, yeah, water tanks from Agricraft. They also catch rainwater, and they are modular. They're huge. Those are 3x3x2 deep, but there's actually just an aqueous accumulator under the hill there. But the reason for that is that there's just like people sleep all the time on the server, and so all it takes is for the farm to run out of water like once, and then everything gets wonky. So I think that if you were playing single player and you weren't logged in all the time, you know, if you shut your world down, you could make that work. Let's go down and find us a little power. Pretty much anywhere is power down here. Oh, yeah, okay, water, perfect. It's even filling up with water. Great, so let's get what we need for that. What was it? Bronze, redstone. Hopefully we've got all that. Yep, redstone. I know we've got bronze. I just brought that. So we need 2 of those, 2 bronze gears, and a reinforced casing. Let's do mostly impregnated, so we need a sturdy casing first, like so, and then iron to get us the reinforced casing, and then 2 more iron. And that's what we need for that, I think, mostly. Stones, right? And let's make sure we got everything we need for that. Glass and glass panes, I believe we have up in the chest, so it really is just these gears we're waiting on. I mean gears, these circuit boards, jeez. 2, perfect. Did it just do them both in one craft, or maybe I just wasn't paying proper attention? I think that's probably more likely. I was thinking about something else. Oh, speaking of something else, let's do that. Clean out some of these tools that we're not really using at the moment. Glass and glass panes, perfect. Casing. Gene pool. So the gene pool, the reason we need to get started with that right now, oh, that's not very many power conduits. The reason we need to get started with that right now is that it's going to fill up this other tank. That's what the 3rd tank is for. And it's going to do it with liquid DNA. Or as they might call it, liquid DNA. I don't remember if they were. Yeah, liquid DNA. That's the stuff. It's industry. There's no liquids in genetics. Oh. Maybe things have changed more than I thought. Well, we'll find out, I guess. We will learn together, apparently. Do I have power? Yeah. All the way to here, so this 7 should be plenty. And then I think we'll put our gene pool here. And we need item ducts as well, item conduits as well. Honey in our tank? Yeah, a wee bit. That's good because we need it for this guy. It requires honey to function. So let's put you right there. Disable everything on this face here. And then, see, we got bees that build up in here. So those are going to go into that guy. The problem is, I believe you can do whole stacks inside of that. Let's see. If we can do 14 at once, then we can do them all. Yeah. See, it'll do a whole stack at once, and it'll do it as one process. And the reason we want to do this is that an identified bee that goes into that other machine over there gives you more juice than an unidentified bee. So that's, if we can store these until they have full stacks, I'll have to think about how to do that. Pumpkin pie. I got these off of my quarry. See, now it tells us what they are, and if we put them in our Bealizer, we'll be able to see all of the information if we needed to do that for any reason. With the real magic, power, drones, not enough ethanol. Oh really? I did not know that it took ethanol. Well, gee willikers, guys. What we need then is one of these guys. We just looked at this, so now we have a use. We can do that. We can do that. Now we have a direct need for this guy, so. Rig that up real quick. Now the question is, how do we do this? Well, I guess the easy thing would just be to stick it here. Yeah. And then I'll run something across the ceiling. What do we got in the magic bag? Fluid conduits. They kind of suck. We don't have any pressurized fluid conduits. I guess these will do. I'll probably change them out for the pressurized ones. These are like way overkill. Should work. Bang, ethanol. Insufficient enzyme. Okay. Enzyme, how do we make that? A lot has changed. No recipe. Okay, well, give me a minute while I go look that up. Okay, so it turns out what we need is this incubator. And I noticed we were low on bronze, so I went back to the main base and made a bunch of bronze. And grabbed a bunch of other stuff just so we'd have it. Which now is going to overflow the chest. Can't win. Okay, so incubator. Furnace. Let's go get started on our circuit boards. Oh yeah. Baby is the budding percussionist. That'll do. Okay. Bronze gear, furnace. Oh yes, this thing, reinforced casing. And the rest of it we got already. Okay. And then this is, I'm not even sure how this works. I couldn't find the wiki entry. So, and I didn't go looking specifically for the genetics wiki. I just figured we'll figure it out, right? Two circuit boards. Do I have a crafting table? Yeah, oh, yes. But I don't have everything I need. Yes, I do. I have glass in my inventory even. No. forth, running in circles. Totally the wrong thing. There we go. Now let's see what we need to make this work. This is so much more fun than Gendistry. Let's just... Gendistry would be like, and this is how you do it. That'd be a little bit of remembering. It's been a while. Oh, no valid recipe. Recipes. Hold down the tab key. Input slot. Input what? Okay, alright. It's probably pretty simple. I think it was sugar. Enzyme, let me check real quick. That was just on the page. Using a bacteria culture fed with sugar. How do we get a bacteria culture? Bacteria. Now I think we're getting somewhere. Are you kidding me? No. I don't know. Okay, back to the wiki. Okay guys, so as it turns out, this is more complicated than I thought, which is awesome because we want it to be super easy. So we're going to need 3 of these things as it turns out. Power cables. We got water right here, so the whole process kicks off with water. So let's do something like that. 1, 2. Hopefully this growth medium stuff isn't too crazy because I didn't get so far into it as to look up growth medium, sugar, and bone meal. Got a little bit of bone meal on me just by random chance, and we've got some sugar. That should give us a little bit of a start. So this takes growth medium and water, which I don't know. Yeah, we've got a couple of ender fluids left. I'm assuming if we connect that, it will only take the water steam. How convenient. Okay, well, give me this back. I wonder if it has any recipes that actually take steam. Yeah. Microsol. And we'll just do this. Gets us power, water, bang. Growth medium. Should get us growth medium, and then for that we need wheat, which I don't haven't had any reason to want a wheat farm up until now. Up until this very moment. Come on, little computer. You can do it, not my computer. This would be the server, I think, having issues there. Come and get us some wheat real quick from the good old Spawn wheat farm. Who knew when we planted it we'd still be coming back to harvest from it all these episodes later. You'd think I'd have a better wheat farm by now, something automated. I guess now I have a reason. Maybe when we set up our orchard multi-farm, we'll include some wheat production in that. Yeah, this way. I don't know, this could be my computer. Shouldn't be. Wheat. Bang. And then just to avoid any confusion, bacteria, and that gets sugar. Back around full circle to the sugar. Shazam. Which gets us catalyst, enzyme, gets us an enzyme. Not enough incubation liquid. Does it have to be full? How much does it take? It doesn't say on the wiki here. It just shows that it has to be there. Chance per incubator tick of getting it is 20%, and a chance of item loss is 50%. So that means you're going to get 2/3 back, approximately, on your investment there. I think, if my math is right, the more I think about it, the more my brain hurts, so I'm going to stop. But I think that's how it works. Catalyst. It looks like it has a durability associated with it. Well, I'll be back when we have what we need. That cranks right along. Oh, well, it was cranking right along. Oh yeah, there it goes. I had 5 of them pop up, almost one right after the other. It's pretty reasonable. That didn't take long. I was just sitting here spacing out for 2 or 3 minutes. We started getting a few. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. I thought I knew this mod pretty well, but what it is, as I was reading the original wiki a little bit, it said that it was originally with the Extra Bees mod. That's where it was. It wasn't in Forestry, it was in Extra Bees. So that would be my mistake. Raw DNA. 10 millibuckets. It also said the return on investment for this thing, analyzing all these bees, not very good. So we'll probably not do that. Yeah, I think that will manage everything we need. And then we'll put our other machines over this direction because they run, several of them anyway, run on this DNA. That's the whole reason right there. It's the whole reason. Because it's awesome. And on that note, I think we're done. You guys make sure and leave a like down there. Maybe subscribe if you haven't already. And be sure and share me out to your friends. Let everybody know, hey, you know, this guy at the beer stand's doing this really cool forestry playthrough. Anybody who's out there that likes forestry or loves bees or whatever, and there's a lot more to forestry than just bees, as you're seeing. But anyway, make sure you guys have a good day too. See you later.